This is Michiana's breaking news and weather station. MNC. On News Talk 95.3, 101.9 FM, and 1340 AM, your MNC Nation station.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, October the 30th, 2024. I'm Sean Zimney, the MNC News Center. News continues now with our top local stories. 2 men accused of burglarizing an Elkhart storage unit have appeared in court for an initial hearing.
Elkhart County deputies say a man informed them that around $7,000 in items were missing from his storage unit at Storage Rentals of America in Elkhart on June 17th. Surveillance footage showed a suspect vehicle parked nearby, as well as 2 men exiting the vehicle and going to the units. The driver, identified as Wayne Barham, was seen carrying box cutters and had removed the license plate from the vehicle. Zachariah Al-Utabi was recognized as the second suspect. The 2 suspects were located after they allegedly attempted to sell the tires and rims stolen from the unit. They were charged separately with burglary and have pretrial conferences scheduled for November 21st. Alyssa Foster, MNC News.
A South Bend man accused of armed robbery had his trial date pushed back. 31-year-old LaShawn Green allegedly held up and injured a man during a Facebook Marketplace transaction. The Goshen News says that Green and the victim had planned to meet at the Cabin Coffee in February of 2020. The man to purchase 2 phones from Green, but Green got out of the car, demanded money, then pistol whipped the victim, while a second suspect helped take the money. Green's trial is now set for late March. Another windy day for Michiana today. National Weather Service meteorologist Greg Mello says you're advised to avoid outdoor burning.
It'll be pretty windy outside. Just make sure you secure any loose objects outdoors, but we're not expecting any power outages or really any big impacts with the wind other than the fact that we do have some critical fire weather conditions this afternoon.
You can expect rain to cool things down beginning tomorrow. Berrien County has accepted a $3 million grant that will help establish a new emergency operations center in Buchanan. The grant agreement for the funds, which comes from FEMA, have been approved. A local match of $1 million will also come to aid in the effort, which has been a move-in deadline for the new facility of June 2027. It's planned for Circle Drive in Buchanan. A free haunted house in Elkhart County has now been shut down just days before Halloween.
Police were called to the attraction on Best Avenue after complaints, and on Monday, county commissioners denied a request to reopen it. Homeowners Chastity and Mark Johnson sought a permit to keep the haunted house up and running, but were turned down by commissioners, who said it was too risky with hundreds of people showing up. Complaints about noise, traffic backups, and people walking in the dark led to the closure of the attraction in the residential area. Morgan Hopkins, MNC News.
New this morning on MNC, all active duty military personnel and veterans are being offered free rides from the South Shore Line.
From November 8th through 11, they're offering free rides on all weekday and weekend trains. As train personnel walk through the train, all you have to do is let them know that you are active military personnel or a veteran, and they will provide you a ride at no cost. Up to 3 children aged 13 and younger can also ride for free with each military personnel or veteran on off-peak weekday and all-weekend trains. For a full schedule and to plan your trip, you can head to the South Shore Line website.
Denials, curse words, and the eventual arrest. Here's what's happened during day 10 of the Delphi murders trial.
The jury got to sit back and watch 2 police interviews from October 2022 featuring suspect Richard Allen in his own words. The video showed Allen continue to deny any involvement in the murders of Abby and Libby. Allen went so far as to curse out the county sheriff and state police lieutenant Jerry Holman. In return, Holman screamed back and said he had evidence to prove Allen was Bridge Guy, even though Holman later admitted to lying. Allen screamed, "Leave my wife out of this and just arrest me," which is what happened. Confession tapes are expected this week. Donnie Burgess, Network Indiana.
Indiana prosecutors and public defenders have asked lawmakers to improve pensions to help recruit and retain staff as the state faces an attorney shortage.
An interim committee suggested that the recently approved plan for pension bonuses, where some retirees get 13th checks and others receive cost of living adjustments, may yet change. Chris Daniels from the Indiana Prosecuting Attorneys Council said that offices statewide are so overwhelmed with cases that they're struggling to keep up. Prosecutors find it hard to retain deputies due to low pay, unlimited caseloads, and the high emotional toll of the work. Tommy Lee, MNC News.
A 95.3 MNC consumer alert to pass along as the nation's biggest bank is suing some of its customers.
JP Morgan Chase says some crooked customers took advantage of an ATM glitch in late August and were able to withdraw money from ATMs by writing fraudulent checks to themselves, then immediately withdrawing cash before the checks bounced. Typically, only a fraction of a check's value is immediately available until the check clears, but a glitch at Chase allowed customers to withdraw much larger amounts in that time. They say taking advantage of the glitch was essentially check fraud. Morgan Hopkins, MNC News.
Turning to the health news file this morning, misunderstandings can sometimes lead to bullying, including when it comes to children with autism.
Dr. Breanne Hartley is with Unify Autism Care in Indianapolis. She says you might see an autistic child go through what's called stimming.
So it can present as flapping one's hands, kind of rocking back and forth, maybe twirling around in some way. So every child may look a little bit different when they're engaging in that, what's called stimming behavior. But that's a little bit more of a background of what that is.
She says the child will do that to try to calm themselves down or ease their anxieties, but sometimes bullies will see that as an opportunity to pounce, which she says needs to stop. October is Bullying Prevention Month. John Herrick, Network Indiana.
Bendick Woods County Parks inviting you and your furry friends to an afternoon of fun on November 2nd. From 2 until 4 Saturday afternoon, you can enjoy a hayride with your pet before hanging out by the campfire with complimentary s'mores and hot chocolate. It's $5 per person to attend, plus a pet-related donation. And the Michigan Growth Office has announced a $100,000 grant for Discover Southwest Michigan.
The organization was started by the Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber to help attract workers to the region. The grant will allow DSM to deploy marketing strategies, relocation support services, and a down payment assistant program for workers relocating to the area. They're hoping to bring in skilled young professionals and their families, focusing on those in science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and health fields. According to WSJ, the initiative will also reach out to former residents who left for educational and vocational opportunities elsewhere, encouraging them to come back. Alyssa Foster, MNC News.
A shortage of poll workers and volunteers in some communities on Election Day has officials worried.
Currently, the number of available staff is less than desired, as many older poll workers have retired. As fears continue about safety and security at voting sites, one Indiana county has finalized a pay raise for absentee voter board workers and Election Day staff. Marion County Clerk Kate Sweeney Bell says the increase is well deserved.
The City County Council worked together and realized that the poll worker shortage that we face, part of that is because it averages out to under minimum wage for many poll workers who we ask to work up to 16 hours at a time.
Per day rates for Election Day clerks will increase from $100 to $180. Inspectors will see their rate at $200 go to $240. According to the Pew Research Center 2022 Election Administration and Voting Survey, Indiana's 92 counties had between 8 and 10 poll workers per voting sites in the 2022 primary election. Heather Starr, MNC News.
Mostly sunny, breezy, and warm again today. Afternoon high temperatures getting up around 78 degrees. Some of the wind gusts will still be around 40 miles per hour. As we head into tonight, will become mostly cloudy. Rain showers will develop overnight after midnight. We'll drop down to 63. And then tomorrow, mid-60s, rain showers for at least the first half of the day. I'm meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
Get first word from the big winners on Election Night. Sign up for breaking news text alerts from MNC to get them. Text the word news to 574-2595, 95.3.
Podcasts by Federated Media.